peeps! I recently purchased the Santa Muerte Oracle by Fabio Listrani. You guys know how much I love Fabio. And I have the Santa Muerte Tarot. I have almost every tarot deck that Fabio has put out there. And so I was like, you know what? I think it's time that I purchase the Santa Muerte Oracle deck. So before I use my handy seam ripper to open the box itself, just want to show you guys what the box looks like. There are 32 cards with a guidebook. This is published by Lo Scarabeo, so you know how it's going to be. We already know. And the little description on the back says, the magic of death and the magic of life meet within this colorful and mystical oracle that follows the lore of the Dias de los Muertos. All right, here we go. So I love the Santa Muerte Tarot. Many of you know that I work with Santa Muerte a great deal in my personal spiritual path. And so here, I'm gonna put this over here actually. Oh, the box is matte. Nice. This is just another really great addition to have, in my collection and to be able to read for myself and for clients with. It's just another way of connecting with this very powerful, unconditionally loving goddess. So my understanding is that the card backings, they actually all come together to form like a Ouija board pattern. I don't fuck with Ouija boards, so I won't be creating that pattern with the back of my decks, but I did see that online. Here is the guidebook. I love this. Oh, it's gorgeous. So it is Lo Scarabeo, so you're not getting as much as you think you are information-wise because it's published in multiple languages. You've got about 47 pages with really big script. Yeah, so that's the Ouija board that the cards create all together. So it looks like you get about a paragraph of information and then advice from the dead as far as guidebook meaning goes. And I should say it's entitled the Santa Muerte Oracle Book of the Dead. So let's see, what's he saying? Oh, there's an emanation. Oh, okay. The Santa Muerte Oracle is made up of 32 cards, and much like the 4 worlds of the Kabbalah, it is divided into 4 parts made up of 8 cards each, and each part refers to one of 4 different levels of reality. So 1 is the emanation. These 8 cards represent archetype concepts. 2, creation. Cards 9 to 16 illustrate the form that the human being commonly attributes to archetype concepts of the emanations to understand them and use them like symbols and signs. In this case, we have some of the main Aztec divinities who are the roots of the cult of Santa Muerte. 3, formation. Cards 17 to 24 represent man's inner kingdom, the part of us, of our minds, that consciously or unconsciously regulates all our actions and is made up of our thoughts, emotions, instincts, etc. And 4, action. Finally, the last 8 cards represent the congealment of the previous 3 worlds, which is to say the material world and the way in which human beings find their place and act within it by way of their own choices, their own actions, and their own works. Very interesting. Okay, so this is definitely a deck where if you want to understand how Fabio's, created these 4 emanations, these 4 categories, you probably want to study that, right? And spend some time with that. So it's a deck that can offer, some real meat to it if you so desire to explore it in that way. Sorry guys, I've been talking a lot today. Okay, so they're not matte, they're shiny. It's the typical Scarabeo cardstock that I dislike, but I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because I love Fabio and I love Santa Muerte, and it was time to have this deck in my collection. Oh, I like that. Can you guys see that with the shininess? There we go. That's very yummy. Oh man, and one thing I love about Fabio is, maybe it's because we're both 80s babies, I don't know, but I love his use of reds and blacks and blues. I just freaking love it. And oh my God, this, yeah, I'm going to get along with this Oracle deck. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, this deck is going to require some serious meditation. This is one that I would probably get a separate oracle journal for, so that as I'm studying it, I can, ooh, I love this one. I can keep track of, you know, how the deck is speaking to me. So, while Fabio's artwork isn't typically what I'm drawn to, his decks are kick-ass. From a standpoint of, as a reader, they're super straight up, to the point, very clear. And they typically have some type of shadow realm aspect that's really enjoyable as a reader to access. So I find that I tend to be able to get a little bit more out of working with his decks than just, say, divinatory associations or meanings, which is why I have a lot of his decks. And I really enjoy, oh, I love that one. Oh, guys, look at that one. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, it's why I have a lot of his decks. I really enjoy, look at that blue with the yellow. I don't feel like Fabio just creates decks to put decks out there to make money. Like, I feel like he really is a very intelligent individual who puts care and thought into his decks. And like the Night Sun Tarot, I can't say enough how accurate my readings are with that deck, and just how in your face and spot on that deck is. So I highly recommend his decks if you're looking for something that, you know, you can sink your teeth into. But I will say with that, you're not going to be able to sink your teeth into the guidebook unless you have the special editions of the Goetia and the Notoria. Those guidebooks give you a lot of information if you have the special edition ones. I can't speak to the mass-produced versions. But you get a lot out of his decks when you sit with the artwork and when you do a lot of spread work. His decks are typically decks that I find I like to use spreads for. You know, I like a nice big meaty spread when I work with his decks, because they really do lend themselves well to that type of work. So those are all 32 of the cards. Oh, I forgot to do a card comparison. What do I have here? Here's a Line Strider tarot card. So you can see it's got it's a nice typical Scarabeo Oracle deck. Excuse me. I think this is technically the first Oracle deck of his. You could say that Goetia and Notoria are more Oracle than Tarot. I do think that they're very separate structures, but this is like the first straight up Oracle from Fabio that I have, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's put out another Oracle deck, or I haven't seen it anyhow. So I'm very excited to work with this. It does feel different than the Santa Muerte Tarot already. So I would say if you like me were like, well, I already have the Tarot deck, do I need the Oracle deck? It already automatically has a different feeling for me than the Tarot deck. So if you're a collector and you love Santa Muerte, this is another way that you can honor her and work with her energy when it comes to card work. So I will, of course, have a review in the coming months. Hopefully I will remember. If not, I know one of you will let me know. You guys are so great about that. Thank you. You guys always post little comments that help me remember when there's a specific deck I've forgotten to review. So, but I will do my best to remember to review this baby in the future. I'm sending you, as always, much love and many blessings, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.